Try and tie it as tight as you can around their ankle first. One. Then what you're gonna do is you're gonna go under. Oh God. And we have runaway string. And then you're gonna do the same thing here.
You want to try and pull it as tight as you can, right?
Yes. Can somebody cut for me? Goes right there. Should be fine. Oh boy. It wouldn't be dissection day unless we had a little
glitch.
Yeah. Okay. Don't worry if it's uneven at first, because you can kind of readjust it later, and you're gonna make kind of this tight too. All right.
So what you did on the bottom with the back legs, you're going to do with the
Top. Same exact
front
thing.
ones.
You're gonna tie tight with a knot. You're gonna wrap under the tray, and you're gonna do the same exact thing. Wrap under. Keep going, Wilbur. Don't move. All right, and then tight. There we go.
Okay, great.
And if it's not perfect, it's okay. He's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
All right, so now we're gonna do our first incision. We're gonna go from the jaw all the way down to about the anus or mid-tail, okay? You're gonna hold your scalpel like this. You're gonna apply pressure. Now, when you get to the umbilical cord, you can either stop and continue down like this and then go back, or you can go around. What I like to do is I like to do the big incisions first, and then I'll go back and do the small incisions, okay? So you see how, you see this? This little skin here? That's what you wanna cut. So you're gonna take your scalpel. You could even use the back part of the scalpel, which is not sharp. Kind of move. And that
So it's really separating that skin from the deeper.
Yeah, and that comes up very easily. Like I said, if you've cleaned a steak before, it's like taking the silver skin off. And you're just gonna, and what you can also do if you're not comfortable with the scalpel, you can take this blunt probe and just kind of wiggle it underneath. Now, what I'm doing with my fingers, you're gonna wanna use tweezers, not your fingers.
Especially if using the blade.
Exactly. I've done this a lot, so this is more of a do as I say, not as I do moment.
But here with that blunt object, she's not going to cut herself.
Exactly.
But if you have a blade there, use the tweezers to grip, not your fingers.
Exactly. So then your second large incision is going to be from here.
Let me just come in there a little bit. Okay.
Across. And you're going to go across again. And then this is your third large incision. You're going to go across, across, all the way down to the leg, kind of where you tied the rope. And then you're going to go around. You don't have to go all the way, just enough so that it kind of makes a T here. And around, and around.
And you can see what Jen is doing. If you look at the screen up in front of you, you could just move a little bit out of the way. You could see she's really just following
That guide, yeah, exactly.
right up there.
And then when you get to the umbilical cord, if you didn't do it before, you're gonna just cut around it. Make a nice little circle. All the way around, all the way around. And then when you've done all of those incisions, you can start what I started here, which is just removing the skin, because that's all you're going to be removing. You see how this starts to come up pretty easily? See? And then you have all this muscle underneath that you don't want to damage. It's okay if you cut through when you're doing if you follow the line of the body and you cut through, but you don't want to like jab in and make the muscles all jagged. And if you come a little bit closer, when I pull this, you can see this kind of whitish, clearish kind of membrane that I'm pulling. That's where you want to cut. So you almost like want to gently, almost no
It's
pressure
translucent.
needed. Exactly. Yeah. And see how it's just kind of pulling apart?
Beautiful.
See? And that's what you're going to be doing on the whole pig. You're going to be doing this so that next week, what we're going to do is we're going to come back and we're going to, when all the muscles are exposed from the skin, you're going to be able to look at them. Applying almost no pressure at all.
So she's cutting through that layer between the skin and the muscle, which is areolar connective tissue.
Mm-hmm.
That's what separates the skin from the muscle.
Okay.
Great.